Well, here we are again. It's a beautiful day, Sunday afternoon. It's unbelievable. It's so warm. It is still February, just a little bit past the middle of February, and it's got to be at least 50-something degrees. So what better way to spend your day than to climb into one of the historic memory capsules of time preservation as I continue working on my little project of moving some stuff. Stuff. Everybody's got stuff. I got stuff. Do you have stuff? Just a little. I got a little stuff. But I'm over here. Where's my... Oh, look. We have some more skee ball machines. I've certainly cornered the market on skee ball machines. And these are two different alleys right here. And they're going to be pretty easy to get off because I've already got them down from whatever was on top. We go, oh, what's this? Boxes of stuff. Now, I know that's a bolt. Yeah, you see how big that bolt is? Now I got a big hand, but that's a big bolt. And stuff like this goes, oh, that nut is even bigger. That nut is even bigger than that bolt. Goes probably one of these other bolts. But some of this stuff is from the ride equipment that I pulled out the other day. I had a little bit of help that day, and it was very good because some of those things are really, really, really heavy, and even Super Randy has a little bit of a hard time trying to drag it out. It would certainly take me longer doing it alone. And oh, what is this? Choice of stand. And it's got cigarettes in it. What is that? It looks like it was a bowling pin of some type that's glued down, and it lifts up, and there's cigarettes in little brass holders that pop up when you lift up the bowling pin. It might be a lamp from the thing on the top, might hold a shade. I'm not really sure. Even I haven't seen one of these before. If you know exactly what that is, be sure to leave your information in the comments because I've got my curiosity now. But you can see that the pieces go together. This will slip down onto that, and the top will slip onto the other. It looks like the cigarettes move in to go under there. I guess you lift it up to get your cigarettes. Choice of the stand. I can't imagine that was a prize, but who knows? Who knows? Now, even something over here, this has got, oh, we have some lockout coils here. Gotta get them, we don't want to lose them. This in itself is history. Now, this is a baseball, right? And it's real stitched and real leather. It feels a little lighter weight than normal baseball would be, but I'm not really much of a baseball player, so I can't tell you. But this type of baseball would be used in amusement games, typically, stand games where you're going to knock things down. It's a little lighter weight, so you wouldn't get too hurt if it hit you in the head, and probably without the heavier weight, it wouldn't hit the target as well. So there's specialty items. What do we have here? Oh, a beautiful old cash register. Look at that. Ready to ring up the sales. Now, I happen to know where that one's from. I know where it's from. That's from the concession counter at the Palace Amusements in Asbury Park, where you would buy your cotton candy and your snow cones and all your good stuff like that. Throughout my career, I've been utilizing things that people really had no idea the history of where it came from. They just, thought it was neat stuff. But even when I was in Seaside Heights, operating Lucky's Fascination, and I had the ice cream stand in the front, Svensson's Ice Cream, I had a popcorn machine and a snow cone machine, and they were from the concession stand at the Palace Amusements in Asbury Park, right by the merry-go-round on the corner. And when I bought stuff from the Palace, and instead of packing that away, I figured, well, you know what, I could probably use that. And I kept that aside, and I used it in Seaside back in the, I would say around 90, 91, 92, in that area, all the way up till the final year, which was 95. So I definitely got it from the Palace in 88 because that's when the Palace closed, but I had the forewithal to not stash it away in the truck because I figured I'm going to use that pretty soon, and I sure enough did. Love this interesting stuff. Now, I know what most of it is. Some of it, I'll have to figure it out. That is a Palace Amusements ticket machine. Now, I recognize it because I've worked on them before, so I know the innards. But that is a ticket machine that used to print out tickets in color according to what ride you were going on. It used to be an early form of, marketing with communication with the computer central that went throughout the Palace Amusements. You see the different colored wheels that it would print according to what ride you picked from the cashier, and it would print out the name of the ride onto the ticket slip and account for it. Now here's one of those reels. This one they used as a slot machine, making it a fruit game. See that? We got bar, cherry, plum, orange. How does the machine know where the reel is? Well, on the side of the reel, we have marks that are actually silver foil. These are printed on, stuck on little tabs, and the amount of foils obviously indicates which symbol it is. 3 means a cherry, 1 is a bell, 2 is a bar. But it also matters on the position. Now the cherry, the 1, seems to be in the middle, but the orange has only 1, and it's on the top. Now the melon has 1 in the middle, so that cherry, that orange, which one is it? Oh, the bell. Maybe that's down on the bottom. I'm not sure. I'd have to figure it out when it's in the machine. Now here's a cherry with only 1. Now we figured a cherry had 3. So we have to determine then that it's not necessarily how many spots there are, but the positioning tells the machine what position of the reel is in, and the reel is programmed to know what symbol is on the reel. So it's not necessarily just identifying a symbol, it's identifying a position. Of course, unless one of those little silver tabs just fell off after 35 years in a truck, and it's kind of spoiling our code. But when I find the machine, then I'll know better. What do we have over here? These are coin mech slides. Now, those of you who are into collecting old games and you need an old coin slide, where are you going to get one? Well, let's see what this one is. That's either a dime or a penny. I can't be sure. I don't have any coins with me. I'm guessing that might be a penny. That looks a little bit big for a dime. But people would put their coin in the slide and they would push it in. Now, when they push it in, it would go all the way in if the coin was there, but the coin isn't there, so it's not going to allow you to go any further. And if I had 2 hands, I could release it to make it go through pretty easily. A one-handed, there we go, one-handed coin slide. And this slides all the way in. That's to the limit, and the coin hole, which was back here, has now passed a chute underneath it, which allowed it to fall out into the box. And then this part here would push something, probably some kind of a switch, could be a mechanical actuator, to make the machine work. Then you can pull your slide back. Now, it usually has a spring from here over to this spot, so it comes back automatically. And this little ratchet should have a spring. See where that little hole is there? That little hole would go over here so that that ratchet plays back and forth on the teeth as they come out. You see the teeth there? These teeth. So when you go in, you got to go all the way in for this ratchet to pull the other direction, and then you can come all the way out again. Wonderful coin slides. But where else are you going to get one that would be the right size and the right denomination for retro games? Now this one, you see it's green. This is either a plastic or some type of porcelain. They made them 2 ways. I'm not sure which this is. It feels kind of heavy, so it could be either one. That could be a nickel. I'm not sure, but again, another coin slide. They work on the same principles. So, this is a double? Yes. They got fancy after a while, and they had 2 coins next to each other. That's probably a dime. And the 2 coins both had to be in there for you to push it in order to make it work. So they were running that machine on 20 cents. These here, obviously, are skee ball machines again that are stacked up. And it looks like there's 6 heads there, 3 and 3 interlocked. The nets, obviously, for all the skee balls. And what are those yellow things back there? Do you know what they are? Those are the top metal covers of the older skee ball models with the rotating, flopping flaps of score. Now, over the years, they got away from that type of style. All right, by the time you got into the 70s, they didn't make removable tops, so you could work on it from all sides. The tops were, the sides were wood, part of this machine, went all the way up. Here you see the top of the machine, that's the top on the left. It's cut off flat. The older models have the flat top, and then the metal sits on top with the score thing inside of it so you can access it. The newer ones, the wood goes further up, and then the metal just kind of comes down like that in front of it, and the same idea with the housing. So those metal pieces were not removable. I guess you could remove the front if you wanted to, but that's what they are. And next to it, there's that green piece. That is a ticket machine, ticket dispenser. So that's probably from a ticket booth also. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, I love this. Oh, you know what? This has how old I am. This, can you see that that is? You know what that is? Feels like a credit card, but it's got holes in it. Now, those holes are pre-perforated, so you can easily knock them out in the right positions. So what could that be? Could it be an employee card that you would wear on your chest so they would know it was you when you're coming in and clocking into the machine? Actually, no. This is a telephone dialing machine card. Look at that. And there's a number written on it. Looks like 774-0404. And you would punch out the holes according to the telephone number that you want. There was no redial on telephones and stored numbers. So if you had an office that was making a lot of calls, you had a telephone and had lots of these cards, and you would usually have somebody's name on the card. There's a spot to write the name up here, right across. You can write on that. And you would take the card and you would shove it into the telephone, and then with the receiver up, push the thing, and a motor or a spring release probably would rise this up, and it would dial the telephone number on the telephone so that you didn't have to push in the numbers. I mean, even back then, how lazy people were. You couldn't just push in 774-0404. You had to find the card, shove it in the hole, push the thing so it could automatically dial it. Well, I've actually seen these phones in operation. I'm that old. People used to, some of my guys used to work for me years ago. They came from foreign lands, all crossover, and the Middle East, whatever. And my one friend Drago, he used to like to say, now Drago was from Bulgaria, so I mean he was, pretty worldly wise, and he used to say to me with my wisdom, he says, "You're as old as the pyramids." As old as the pyramids? That's pretty old. But I'm not quite as old as the pyramids, thank you. But we do have this card. I'm wondering, somewhere in here has got to be the telephone that goes to this card. How neat would that be if that phone is here? I bet it is. I found it. There's the phone. There is the phone for the memory card. Look at this. Oh my gosh. What is... Release and start. Now, I'm not going to stick this in there because I don't want to lose it. But you would put that in, and you'd shove it down, and then you'd push start. And it would come, and it would dial the phone. It's a rotary phone. So it would click the pulsing line that many times, knowing what number it is. How wonderful. An automatic redial phone before touch tone. And the cards, you would keep the cards here, and you'd have all your cards from your frequented people at the top. You'd look through them like a Rolodex. You'd take your card, shove it down, push start, and it would dial. You pick your receiver up off the side. We saw the receivers here. Here he is. Oh my gosh. Oh. Normal phone receiver. Hello? You know how to dial a rotary phone? Let's see. It still works with the dial pretty good. Let's see if we can dial a number. 201 379 2806. Nobody answered. What is that number? Well, we'll try another number. Let's see. How about 609 732 3319. Do you know what these numbers are? I know you're all pulling out your phones so you can dial them. I don't think you're going to get me to answer. That first number was the number of our house when I grew up in Short Hills, New Jersey. The second number was our house in Lavalette. Those were two very, very special numbers that will always be in my mind. Now, a number we called a lot at home, 201 623 3355. That was my father's office in Newark. We'd call him. A lot of times his secretary Esther would answer. We'd hang up on her. Oh my gosh. Ooh, how about Grandma? Grandma, you know, originally it was 201, then they changed up there to 908, but 201, and then we became 908, so it's 201 687 9588. That was Grandma when she was living in Union. It's funny how you remember numbers, huh? I don't know any numbers currently because you're all stuck in the phone, but back then we had to dial those numbers. All right, we'll do one more. How about 908 671 0329. That was our house in Middletown. We were there for over 20 years. Boy, oh boy, we didn't have cell phones then. I know a good one. 609. It changed from 609. Let's scratch that. Let's go for 732. 7328 2215. That's it. Lucky's Fascination in Seaside Heights. Hello, Lucky's Fascination. Oh, ring. There's a, hold on one second. There's another winner right down there. Winners. Oh my God. Oh, I remember another one. 73298. No, that's wrong. 732 787 9835. That's it. The old Kessel Fascination, Keensburg Amusement Park. Wow. Amazing stuff. Oh, I got one more recent. Didn't last very long. 609 729 4455. The Big Top Carnival of Fun multi-level extravaganza at Amusement Arcade Museum. Oh, we don't want to leave out flippers. 609. Oh, 609. We'll do a 9. 522. 4747. Flippers Fascination. Wow. Everything's a cell phone now, so we don't even remember the numbers. But we got the automatic dial phone. How cool is that? From the Palace Amusements. And you know, with all the numbers I remember, I don't remember the number for the Palace because I didn't remember calling them when I was a kid. I figured you'd enjoy this. Another fun-filled episode from the Main Street Randyland YouTube channel. Wasn't that fun? Now, I hope you have already subscribed. But, you know, somebody told me, because I'm not really apt to the, YouTube, if you are subscribed, you have to also click follow. After you subscribe, you click follow, and then you get notified when one of these new episodes comes out so that you don't miss it. And you wouldn't want to miss it. And, you know, if you miss it, you're going to be in trouble. So you better push the buttons. All right. Well, tell your friends so that they can watch my videos also, and we'll see what we can do next time. Another truck that has no leaks. I'm very, very impressed. They made these things very well. I wish roofs at home were as well made as these truck roofs that are just made of aluminum. That's all it is. So, hasn't leaked 35 years, and trust me, it wasn't new when I got it. So, I don't know. I'll spend the rest of my day moving all this stuff out of here. And at some point, maybe I'll have time to go through it. But I'm sure that's not going to happen before the end of the summer. So we'll see what goes on. So we'll see you later. Remember, tell your friends, the Main Street Randyland YouTube channel is the best. Yes. And if I find a card with your phone number on it, I'm calling you. Bye.